Welcome back to my channel, guys. Next in food, I am your diva chef, Simone Walker Barrett. Today's tutorial is all about how to make Jamaican steamed fish. Now let me tell you a little secret. It's not really steamed fish, it's more like simmering. You're simmering the fish or boiling the fish. It is really done like a soup, and I'll show you the easiest way to get it done. Many Jamaicans love to have it with water crackers, but in my household we love to eat it with dumpling, cornmeal dumpling to be exact, and boiled green bananas. But guess what? I cook everything in one pot because I love to have the dinner ready for my family fast. So let me show you first of all how I make the dumplings. In this container I have some all-purpose flour and some margarine with cornmeal because my family and I, we love cornmeal dumpling. I also have a little salt in there. So salt bring up the flavor, and I find that a little butter or margarine allows the finished dumpling to have a nice soft taste. So that is my tip number one for you when making dumplings. Put a little butter or margarine. So I'm just mixing everything together so that the butter mix right in. I'm really using margarine today, but you can use butter. So I'm gonna add some water in and then put my hand in there and just kind of squeeze it into a dough. Now, my family don't really like the water crackers in the steamed fish. And so I thought that, you know what, since crackers is made out of flour anyway, why not just put the dumplings in there? And, you know, that is how we ended up putting dumplings in steamed fish. And so the secret is out, showing you how it is done. So if you've never made dumplings before, this is basically how it is. It's a dough, and to make a dough you have to add water to it, and cornmeal just gives it a nice little bite. The other little tip now, after you make it into a dough like so, you must leave it to rest. All right, so I'm going to leave this to rest, wash my hands, and then we're going to come back and talk about the ingredients for the steamed fish. All right, guys, so for the steamed fish, the fish of choice for my family is what we call doctor fish. I like to call it a little coral reef fish because if you go snorkeling, you see it all the time. So doctor fish, it has a nice strong taste and white flesh. So what I did was to just score the flesh because sometimes they tend to twirl up on you when you try to steam them. And also wenchman. Wenchman is also a white fish, kind of look like snapper, but it has big bright eyes. And these are what you want to look for when you're choosing a fresh fish. The eyes should be nice and, you know, thick and bright. That tells you that it is fresh. It should not have any smell. And these are what our green bananas look like. I cut them into bite-sized pieces. Pumpkin is a must, but what I do is to boil and puree the pumpkin before I put it in. And then of course you have to get your okras on. What is steamed fish without okra? I don't know. Plus we have a lot more other ingredients to add to it. So come over the stove with me and I'll show you how to add these wonderful ingredients to make our steamed fish dinner. All right, guys, so I have a pot on just with a little bit of oil. It has been on, it's nice and hot. I'm gonna add some margarine and some thyme in. Then some onions, carrots. Just want to get the flavors going, and some garlic. Okay, get that flavor going. I have some ground pimento. All I did was to put it into my little coffee grinder that I don't use for coffee and grind it up. So it's really my spice grinder. So you want to get the flavors going. Now, in this container, I have some pumpkin. This is pumpkin that I boil and then I just puree it into the blender. So I want to put my liquid in. All right. And now it's a good time to season the base. So in here, I have a little bit of all-purpose seasoning mixed with adobo. So we're going to season that and then let this come to a boil. And this is a good time to add the green bananas. So we're going to cover this, let it come to a boil, and then we're going to add our dumplings in. All right, guys, so our banana and the seasoning has come to a boil. Just give it a mix around. At this point, it's a good time to add our dumplings in. All right, so you just round the dumplings and flatten them with the palm of your hands. I'm making mine small. You can make them as big as you like. So the idea here, if you make everything similar sizes, they will all cook at the same time. So take a piece of dough ball and just round it up in your hand like so, and flatten it with the palm of your hand, and that is how you make the dumpling. So look at that. I use these 3 fingers. This is my method along with my thumb. So my thumb helps to guide it, and then I round it in the palm of my hand, and then I flatten it with the heel of my hand. See that? All right, guys, look at that. Doesn't it look like a soup? Yes, this was a good pumpkin. So the dumplings and the bananas have been cooking for a good about 5 minutes. So now is a good time to layer in the other flavors that we're going to be putting, and those are our okras, okay, and the star of the show, the fish. Oh god, I think my pot is a little bit too small. Anyhow, fish is gonna go in. What happens now is that the steam from the liquid at the bottom is going to cook the fish on top. Just put all of that okra in, all of my other seasonings. I have more pumpkin to put in. See that? And of course, some scallions and some seasoning. And this, by the way, is adobo mixed with some all-purpose seasoning. And then finally, you want to go in, get some of the juice, and just baste fish. Now my pot is a small, but that's fine. The more the merrier. So we are only allowing 3 fish to hold in here. So you want to make sure everything gets the liquid. And then lid goes back on and we wait. All right, guys, so our steamed fish and dumpling with green bananas, okras, and a bag of things is ready. This took approximately 15 minutes to get done from start to finish. Now we're using Dr. Fish and Wenchman. You can use whatever fish you like. And remember, this is how I make steamed fish for my family. So now it is time to plate. All right, so let me just grab one of these lovelies. See that? And a couple dumplings. We love dumplings. So if you like crackers, you go ahead and use crackers, but dumpling torting for this. Then of course, guys, so this is what the finished steamed fish with okras, dumplings, bananas. Steamed fish is really a one-pot meal for us in Jamaica. We will have it with bami, crackers, banana and dumpling cook on the side, but I like to cook the banana and dumpling along with the steamed fish. This is going to be absolutely delicious. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe, share, tell a friend. Leave a comment down below. I love to hear from you. I am your Diva Chef, Simone Walker Barrett. You do take care.